If you drive on American highways regularly, there is something happening right now that every driver should understand before getting behind the wheel. It is not a brand new law. It is not a sudden government announcement. And it is definitely not something that only affects commercial truck drivers or people with a history of traffic violations. This affects ordinary drivers, people who commute to work, families taking road trips, delivery drivers, college students, retirees, anyone who spends time on major highways across the country. The reality is that highways today are very different from what they were even 10 years ago. The roads may look familiar, the signs may appear unchanged, but behind the scenes, transportation agencies, state departments, and traffic management centers are using more technology than ever before. The goal is simple: reduce crashes, improve traffic flow, and make highways safer. But for drivers, that also means understanding how modern highway systems actually work. Many people still imagine highway enforcement the same way it worked decades ago. A police officer parks along the side of the road, watches traffic, spots a violation, and pulls someone over. While that still happens every day, the reality is that modern traffic management involves much more than that. Cameras monitor congestion. Sensors track traffic speed. Digital signs update drivers about accidents, weather, and road conditions in real time. Traffic centers can monitor hundreds of miles of roadway simultaneously. This growing network of technology is changing how highways operate, and the drivers who understand these changes are often the ones who avoid unnecessary mistakes, costly tickets, stressful delays, and dangerous situations. Let's start with one of the most common misconceptions among drivers. Many people believe that the biggest danger on highways is speeding. While excessive speed absolutely contributes to thousands of crashes every year, transportation safety experts consistently point to something else that causes just as many problems: inconsistent driving behavior. Think about it for a moment. Imagine one driver traveling 20 miles per hour faster than surrounding traffic. That creates risk. But now imagine another driver traveling significantly slower than the normal traffic flow while remaining in active lanes. That also creates risk. Every major difference in speed forces surrounding vehicles to react, change lanes, brake suddenly, or adjust their driving patterns. Traffic engineers often explain that highways function best when vehicles move predictably. Predictability allows drivers to anticipate what others are likely to do. The moment unpredictability enters the equation, crash risk increases dramatically. This is one reason why transportation agencies spend so much time studying traffic flow patterns. They analyze congestion, merging behavior, lane usage, bottlenecks, and driver decision-making. The goal is not simply to move cars faster. The goal is to move vehicles safely. Another major issue affecting highways across America is distracted driving. Most people immediately think about texting while driving, but distraction goes much deeper than that. Drivers today interact with navigation systems, streaming services, messaging apps, vehicle touchscreens, smartwatches, and countless other devices. The challenge is that human attention has limits. Every glance away from the road, even for a second or two, reduces awareness. At highway speeds, a vehicle can travel the length of a football field in just a few seconds. That means a brief distraction can quickly become a dangerous situation. Researchers studying driver behavior have repeatedly found that many people underestimate the impact of distraction. They believe they can safely multitask because they have done it before without incident. Unfortunately, successful outcomes in the past do not eliminate risk in the future. A driver may look down at a phone dozens of times without consequences. But the one-time traffic suddenly slows ahead, that same habit can have serious consequences. This is why safety campaigns continue to emphasize attention and awareness as critical components of safe driving. Weather conditions add another layer of complexity. Many drivers adjust their speed based on visibility, but fewer adjust based on stopping distance. Rain, snow, ice, and even wet pavement can dramatically affect vehicle performance. A road that appears only slightly damp may require much more distance for a vehicle to stop safely. Tires have less grip. Braking distances increase. Steering response changes. Yet every year, thousands of drivers continue operating as if conditions remain unchanged. Professional drivers often receive extensive training on weather-related driving techniques because they understand how rapidly conditions can deteriorate. Everyday drivers benefit from adopting the same mindset. Slowing down, increasing following distance, and anticipating hazards can significantly reduce risk. Speaking of following distance, This is another area where many drivers unknowingly create dangerous situations. Highway traffic often encourages people to drive closer together than safety experts recommend. Heavy congestion, frequent lane changes, and aggressive driving behavior can make maintaining adequate space feel difficult. However, following distance serves a critical purpose. It provides time to recognize danger, time to react, time to brake, time to avoid a collision. Without sufficient space, drivers lose options. Small mistakes become major emergencies. A sudden stop ahead can trigger a chain reaction affecting multiple vehicles. This is why transportation agencies consistently encourage drivers to maintain safe following distances regardless of traffic conditions. Fatigue represents another hidden danger that many people underestimate. Unlike mechanical failures or severe weather, fatigue often develops gradually. Drivers rarely recognize how impaired they have become until symptoms become obvious. Long-distance travel increases the risk considerably. Hours of continuous driving can reduce alertness, slow reaction times, and impair judgment. Some researchers compare severe fatigue to alcohol impairment because both affect decision-making and awareness. Warning signs often appear before serious problems develop: frequent yawning, difficulty focusing, missing exits, drifting between lanes, trouble remembering recent miles traveled. These signals should never be ignored. Professional transportation industries have long recognized fatigue management as essential. Rest breaks, proper sleep, hydration, and trip planning all contribute to safer travel. Everyday drivers can benefit from the same principles. Vehicle maintenance also deserves attention. Many roadside emergencies occur not because of sudden failures, but because small issues went unnoticed for extended periods. Tire pressure, brake performance, battery condition, windshield visibility, and fluid levels all influence safety. Tires deserve special consideration because they represent the vehicle's direct connection to the road. Improper tire pressure can affect handling, braking, fuel efficiency, and tire life. Worn tread reduces traction, especially during wet conditions. Brake systems require regular inspection as well. Drivers sometimes adapt to gradual performance changes without realizing something is wrong. Unusual noises, vibrations, pulling, or increased stopping distances should always be investigated promptly. Modern vehicles include more safety technology than ever before. Features such as automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, and collision warnings can help reduce risk. However, these systems are designed to assist drivers, not replace them. One common mistake occurs when drivers place too much trust in technology. Advanced safety features provide additional protection, but they cannot eliminate every hazard. Driver attention remains essential. Another area that receives increasing attention involves work zones. Highway construction projects occur across the country every year. These areas often involve reduced speed limits, altered traffic patterns, narrowed lanes, and workers operating near moving traffic. Many drivers underestimate work zone risks because they travel through them frequently without incident. Yet work zones consistently rank among the most hazardous areas on major highways. Reduced space and changing conditions leave less room for error. Transportation agencies continue investing in infrastructure improvements, smarter traffic management systems, and safety initiatives. But even the most advanced systems cannot overcome poor driving decisions. Ultimately, individual behavior remains one of the most important factors affecting highway safety. The good news is that many risks can be reduced through awareness, preparation, and simple habit changes. Drivers who maintain their vehicles, manage fatigue, avoid distractions, adjust for weather conditions, and practice defensive driving dramatically improve their chances of arriving safely. And there is one additional factor that many transportation experts believe will shape the future of highway travel more than anything else. It involves emerging technology, artificial intelligence, automated traffic systems, connected vehicles, and the way highways may operate during the next decade. Most drivers rarely think about it today, yet the decisions being made right now could influence how millions of people travel in the future. The future of highway travel is already beginning to take shape, and most drivers are experiencing parts of it without even realizing it. Across the United States, transportation agencies are investing billions of dollars into systems designed to make roads smarter, safer, and more efficient. While many people think of highways as simple stretches of pavement connecting cities and states, Modern transportation planners increasingly view them as connected networks capable of communicating information in real time. One of the biggest developments involves intelligent transportation systems. These systems use sensors, cameras, weather monitoring equipment, traffic data, and communication networks to provide transportation agencies with a live picture of what is happening on the road at any given moment. Instead of waiting for reports from drivers or law enforcement, traffic management centers can often identify congestion, accidents, disabled vehicles, or hazardous conditions within minutes. This information allows officials to respond faster and provide more accurate warnings to drivers. Dynamic message signs positioned above highways already display information about travel times, lane closures, crashes, and weather alerts. In the future, many experts believe this information will become even more personalized through connected vehicle technology. Connected vehicles are exactly what they sound like. These vehicles can communicate with infrastructure, traffic systems, and sometimes even other vehicles. Imagine receiving an alert that traffic has suddenly stopped 2 miles ahead before you can even see the brake lights. Imagine your vehicle warning you about black ice around the next curve or notifying you that emergency vehicles are approaching from behind. Many of these capabilities are already being tested in various locations. The goal is not simply convenience. The goal is prevention. Every second of warning provides drivers with more time to react safely. Artificial intelligence is expected to play a major role in this evolution. Traffic patterns generate enormous amounts of data every day. AI systems can analyze that information much faster than humans and identify trends that would otherwise go unnoticed. By studying traffic flow, weather conditions, accident history, and vehicle movement, these systems can help transportation agencies predict problems before they occur. For example, if traffic volumes begin increasing rapidly near a major interchange, AI systems may recognize developing congestion and recommend adjustments to traffic signals, lane management systems, or traveler alerts. The result could be smoother traffic flow and fewer delays for drivers. Another area receiving significant attention is infrastructure maintenance. Roads, bridges, tunnels, and overpasses require constant monitoring. Traditionally, inspections often depended on scheduled evaluations conducted by engineers. Today, sensors can monitor structural conditions continuously. These monitoring systems can detect vibration changes, stress levels, temperature fluctuations, and other indicators that may suggest maintenance is needed. Early detection helps prevent larger problems and improves overall safety. Electric vehicles are also changing how transportation agencies think about highway infrastructure. As EV adoption continues to grow, charging networks are becoming increasingly important. Many states are expanding fast charging corridors along major highways to support long-distance travel. The goal is to ensure drivers can travel confidently without worrying about battery range. Over time, charging stations may become as common and accessible as traditional fuel stations. Some researchers are even exploring technologies that could allow certain vehicles to charge while driving on specially equipped roadways. Automation represents another major topic shaping discussions about the future of transportation. Fully autonomous vehicles still face significant technical and regulatory challenges, but driver assistance systems continue to improve rapidly. Features that once seemed futuristic are now available in many everyday vehicles. Adaptive cruise control, lane centering assistance, automatic emergency braking, and advanced parking systems have become increasingly common. These technologies can reduce driver workload, particularly during long highway trips. However, experts consistently emphasize that drivers must remain attentive and prepared to take control when necessary. The transition toward greater automation is expected to occur gradually rather than overnight. During this period, roads will likely contain a mixture of traditional vehicles, partially automated vehicles, and eventually highly automated vehicles operating together. Cybersecurity is becoming increasingly important as transportation systems become more connected. Protecting communication networks, traffic management systems, and vehicle technologies from potential threats is a growing priority. Transportation agencies and manufacturers continue investing heavily in security measures designed to safeguard both infrastructure and users. Environmental considerations are also influencing highway planning. Transportation agencies are exploring ways to reduce emissions, improve energy efficiency, and minimize environmental impact. New materials, sustainable construction techniques, and smarter traffic management strategies all contribute to these goals. Despite all of these technological advancements, one truth remains unchanged. Safe driving still depends heavily on human behavior. Technology can provide warnings, assistance, and additional information, but it cannot completely replace good judgment. The most advanced safety system in the world cannot overcome reckless decisions, excessive speed, aggressive driving, or distracted behavior. That is why transportation experts often emphasize a simple principle. The future of road safety is not about choosing between human drivers and technology. It is about combining responsible driving habits with tools that help reduce risk. Drivers who stay informed, remain attentive, maintain their vehicles properly, and adapt to changing conditions will continue to play the most important role in highway safety. Technology can assist, infrastructure can improve, systems can become smarter, but every journey still begins with a decision made by the person sitting behind the wheel. As highways continue evolving during the years ahead, the drivers who understand these changes will be better prepared for whatever comes next. Whether it involves connected vehicles, smarter infrastructure, advanced safety systems, or new transportation technologies, one thing is certain. The future of driving is already arriving, and the choices drivers make today will help determine how safe, efficient, and reliable that future becomes for everyone sharing the road.